Now at 5:30, a top concern for law enforcement during this coming 4th of July weekend is drunk driving. And here's just one example of the dangers posed by impaired drivers caught on dash cam in Ohio. Police say a drunk driver was going the wrong side of the road when he rammed into a police cruiser right there. Thankfully, no one was hurt. But all too often, that's not the case when people drink and get behind the wheel. And that is exactly why officers are cracking down on drunk drivers in Clark County this holiday. For the first time, they're using a new tactic called No Refusal Patrols. Fox 12's Kelsey Watts is live tonight to explain. Kelsey?
Well, this is something that has been used in other parts of Washington state and has been successful. So now Washington State Patrol is teaming up with other law enforcement agencies all across Clark County to try it here.
We're not going to accept no for an answer this year.
Here's what this means. If a driver in Clark County is arrested under suspicion of drunk driving and they refuse to take a breath test, they will have their blood drawn to show impairment levels, whether or not they consent to it. Officers will still have to have a judge sign off on a search warrant to get that blood drawn, but judges will be on call in case they're needed to help expedite the process. WSP says sometimes drunk drivers refuse to take a breath test because they want to avoid criminal charges or try to reduce the charges they may be facing. And in those cases, officers can choose whether to apply for a warrant for a blood draw. But in this case, there is no choice about it. If a breath test is refused, a blood draw will be happening.
This is just another tool in our toolbox to help us with getting the impaired drivers prosecuted properly and gathering another piece of evidence that we can use in our investigation.
And troopers say the whole idea here is to make sure prosecutors have the evidence they need to proceed with criminal charges against drunk drivers. The special enforcement starts tomorrow and runs through July 7th. Reporting live tonight, Kelsey Watts, Fox 12 Oregon.
Thank you.